Okay, okay, we're here, we're doing things, and we have some Portuguese ships in our ports. Why? I don't know. Um, so 51 ships, I assume they can build, we already have one. Where is your flagship? I should have been looking at this for other people. Trade route map, good. Flagship durability is alright. I'd prefer it to be on a heavy if you were doing the flagship durability, because otherwise you don't want this guy in, yeah, you've done all this. You don't typically want a trade ship in the combat when you can have a front row of lights. Um, Economy is alright. You got 5,000 ducats of debt, so, uh, yeah, here's what I would do. Currently, France is up in the air, but the French player is quitting, so they're in general just up in the air. Uh, this is assuming that um, the allies, their allies stays with them, and that this is why you would delete these forts. This is all fine. I'd move it back to, I'd move this one to Rennes, so that way the British don't blockade it, because they likely will have fleet superiority. I'd delete this one in general, once this Rennes is built. And I'd move this Calais one to here, and get rid of this one in general. So, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, get rid of that, and then put a fort here, put a fort here, put a fort here, and put a fort, I don't know, like, I would assume here. Yeah, I would put a fort here. Then you basically have a line here that you're holding, and then you just basically have your allies defend back here, and they'll be defending in their home country as well. And if the enemies land here, they're stuck between your fort line and this line, and you just have to sweep in behind them. Because although the your alliance's armies are in general quite bad, like Spain, Portugal, they don't really have an army. You, however, have defensive ideas, which it isn't great. The only thing it gives you is land maneuver and morale. That's it. Like, it gives you tradition, but that just gives you more morale. God, my fucking throat is having frogs jump out of it. Everyone's gone status and organist, I see. But anyway, so yeah, you have around 6 morale with that. That's including the manpower that you get from here, discipline from here, morale from here, morale from here, maneuver. So you don't really have much punch. Your units will just stand there and go, heh. We are French, we hold the line. And like, unlike a certain fort over here, was it Alsace-Lorraine? I feel like it's here-ish. I don't know. Yeah, Alsace, right? Isn't it like here? Anyway, I don't know enough about that geography, but yeah, once you have that, you have these that you need to convert, which you can just do. I mean, I wouldn't. You'd need to convert them somehow. Well, somehow convert them another way. You also have fleet morale, which is good. Overall, your fleet isn't that great because yeah, you didn't like really focus it. You just have that base fleet morale from, I imagine, exploration and innovative. And no, it's defensive. All right. Yeah, your economy. Let's look at this. Again, this one doesn't really matter. It's early game where these matter. Strength and nobility, I like this one better. Manpower, I feel, is always more valuable than an extra 10% tax. This is good you just need to accept these unless you kick them out. I mean, in that case, like, this would be alright, but in the end, this one's always nice. I'd take this in your situation because it's all about economy over other shit. States General, I can't say anything about it. I still don't consider myself well acquainted with it. Again, good because you're not going trade companies, and once you do start expanding here, if you do, you'll have the extra states when you need them. And then finally I go political absolutism. You currently have around 0 cash, so you can't send money to people, can you? Yeah. Due to having a... Okay, that's what it is. 2 years of income. So what I would do is just go to dev, go to development, boop, boop, uh, boop, and then go to cost, and there's nothing left. I don't know what you'd spend this cash on, honestly. So you got this 40k here. I think that's your entire... No, you've got another 20k in here. That's right. Your 20 transports coming back. Did they lose their soldiers? That seems weird that they're over... No, they're transporting the Spanish. No, the Spanish are transporting the Spanish. They're just over here. Yeah, okay. So basically, I'd click this big button. You get some rebel problems. Not many, really. Independence for England. That'd be funny. Really? From where? Is it just Calais? It's just Calais. That's weird. It's just because English culture. Alright. Increased autonomy. That's fine. You can deal with this. But yeah, then your income, 33 ducats a month. Diplomatic. Fort maintenance, you'll have to build the forts again here, 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 and here. Just one back, so that way they have to come into your land a little bit, so that way you keep that vision on their supporting armies, if they do have any. Except here, this one you don't really. Again, this will cost money, but because you have that negative now, you won't be really... Yeah, I'd just turn that off, save it back up for a bit, until you can turn on this national unrest. Because it costs 5 a month? That seems extravagant. Probably because that's how much it costs due to negative stab. No? I don't know. Yeah, you just sit here, build this back up. There's not much you can really do. You wait for the truces to expire, hope the Dutch doesn't attack, which means diplomacy with Austria, Ulm, and Dutch, and Milan, Papal States, etc. Again, even then, you might not be able to. However, I think if you don't delete the forts and then delete them after the, if you are worried, truly worried about an attack, don't delete the forts, delete them after you finish your bankruptcy, then delete them off, and in that time you're going to be rebuilding building the new ones to replace them, and then that way you can hold the line. While like the forts can hold the line, you can just throw troops on to delay it for as long as possible, until your bankruptcy runs out. Yeah. Currently, where is it? It's in here. Yep, you have the right one selected there. You have negative 140. You don't have any colonies running at the moment, which is fine. Honestly, just... Can you send a... Yeah, you can. Alright, so let's find a... load 8 or 9 deb province. That's 8, I know, but fuck it. 18 days. You only have 1 colonist, so okay. Yeah, just send them there. That's a decent amount of chance. because it doesn't actually reduce that. I think your legitimacy will be taking a hit because of your prestige. Your prestige will come back up at 6 a year, so in about 8 years you should have it back because events, etc., etc. Um, you don't need to give anything to these guys. I wouldn't give anything to them until they're loyal again. You can grab this manpower when needed. Grant a generalship because you can get that extra 5% manpower. Kick this general. So replace that. Kick there. Just drill, honestly. It's under the command of Pierre. No, it's under the command of Alphonse de Bouquet. That is not a bouquet. That is a bosquet. Bosquet. Make him drill. Yeah, turn that back up to max. You're still making 18 a month while drilling, getting this professionalism, which isn't affected. So, you're still getting stronger while you're in this. And in reality, if you keep these forts, you'll be making around 13 ducats a month, 15 ducats a month, 13. Overall, France is in an alright spot. You just need to build up because when I last checked, you don't have... No, you do. That's right. You're one of the countries that has, built at least on 40%, 40%, 20% of their country as workshops. You need to build a lot more though. Again, churches as well, because I think you have a big 52. It's alright. And then definitely workshops. Workshops all over. That'll increase if you get a trade deal with England. No, if you get a trade deal with the Dutch, it'll just increase the wealth in here to put the wealth in there. Is this tanked because you have bankruptcy? No. Yeah, you need to get more control over this, level that up to a level 2, which I guess you could have done with the money before you bankrupted. Well, I could have done with the money before we bankrupted. Where is Paris? That's Paris. Okay. Let's look at the estates real quick. That should be burgers. Let's make this burgers as well. Let's make this burgers. Let's make this nobility. Let's make this burgers. Okay, and now your burgers are loyal again. Honestly, you can do that, but no, you won't. You shouldn't do that. None of this is necessary. You can get that guy, but then again, it's all increased by 200% or something. Yeah. They should be a lot dearer because you're in bankruptcy. I don't... Advisor cost plus 50%. Yeah, so, I mean, you can fork it out. If you somehow get this to Grand Admiral to 80% and then get a advisor, but then you're playing with fire, so get one now, 25%, so it's 25% dearer overall. For advisors, still you're getting the advisor. So, pretty good, pretty good. Really, just upgrade these, which have been unupgraded because because I bankrupted, or because this bankrupted. Yeah.